Ladies and gentlemen, I just got back, and it looks like it's finally happening. And I just got back from getting coffee. Completely irrelevant. Anyways, I just saw the season of The Worthy trailer came out, and I just watched it. It looked spectacular, to put it lightly, and I am going to show it to you guys here, so stay tuned and watch it.
Are you there? Report.
The Cabal have taken out the primary engine.
It's like they want this thing to drift off into space forever.
Not forever. Guardian, the Almighty is plummeting me towards the last city, and we have no way to stop it. If it comes to it, we Guardians must be the ones to make a hard choice.
I have been waiting for this. Wreck them! Right now! I love this! You swoop in like a bird of prey.
So guys, yes, it does look as though we are going back to the moon from Season of the Worthy, although we kind of already knew that from the last Osiris trailer that was released. And I gotta say, I'm actually really kind of excited to go back to Mars. I've been missing it for a little bit, but let's go and pick this trailer apart and see if there's anything different that we can find that we might have missed upon our first viewing. So if you guys go back to earlier D2 when the Mars DLC came out, we saw Anna Bray was introduced and she was working with Zavala during that DLC. This DLC, it looks as though they are going to team up again with us to bring back Rasputin and to stop the Almighty from plummeting into the last safe city. So as you guys will see next up here, it looks as though there are almost these escalation-esque towers on Earth, and to my knowledge, I assume that's going to be a way to defend Earth from being destroyed by the Almighty. Maybe it's like a AA system where it's going to shoot it out of the sky. I don't know, that's just my thought on it right now, or I could be completely wrong, and it's something similar to the obelisks we've seen in Season of the Dawn. However, I would be hard-pressed to believe that, considering they are all on Earth and not on different planets. Also, complete side note, what if it's like a gigantic Titan bubble that forms around Earth? I mean, just a thought. Big brain forward thinking here. Now, next up, we see Zavala talking about Guardians making a hard choice as a Guardian is walking towards Rasputin on Mars. As to what that hard choice is going to be, I don't know yet, but there has been rumors of there being like a darkness subclass being introduced into Destiny at some point. I don't think it'll be this season. I think if anything, it's going to be the Comet DLC this September. However, I do think it's something that we are slowly building towards. And I do think next season, if I'm not mistaken, was leaked to be the one where the darkness is officially introduced. I could be wrong on that. This video will date very poorly if I am, but that's just the theory that I've heard going around right now. And another thing that really caught my attention during this trailer was actually the kind of like Rasputin gorilla robot thing. I don't know, it just looked really freaking cool, and it shot like some sort of beam off of its back, at least from what I could tell in the trailer. I think we will be fighting alongside AI this time, which is actually kind of interesting for Destiny, because normally we're just fighting with each other or ourselves in the campaign. So maybe it's a little bit of a shakeup, but that would be super cool. Or maybe these things are active. Next up, we have new finishers. We see the Titan pretty much just Sparta kicking the enemy away from him. I mean, it's cool, new finishers. Now, for the coolest part of this whole video, in my personal opinion, that exotic looks just like a Tommy gun. Now, if they're bringing Tommy guns into Destiny 2, I don't even know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it, but God, does that thing look sexy. It looks fantastic, and I really want to use it, and I hope it comes out at the start of next season. We don't have to wait like we did the Bastion, but man, it looks really freaking cool. And it's the first exotic they showcase. I do believe the next one is an LMG. So moving just a little bit ahead, the next one does look like it's going to be an exotic LMG. It almost looks similar to the Necrophage. I don't know why, but I have a very slight inkling that it's going to be a really slow-firing LMG that hits really hard. I don't think we saw any gameplay footage of this in the trailer yet, but this thing also looks nuts. If I'm going to be honest, though, I'm still way more excited for that Tommy gun. That thing looks nasty. And I just mean aesthetically, it looks amazing. And it looks like, lastly on the exotic list, if you guys are old-time D1 players like me, then you guys will remember this gun was fairly, It was okay, but they're bringing back the Fourth Horseman. That cat has been out of the bag for a little bit now. That actually was shown in the Trials trailer, along with the Trials title Flawless that's going to come out. The Fourth Horseman is coming back. I'm excited for it. I won't lie, I'm pretty excited for it, especially with what Bungie has been doing with the exotics, where they've been adding in like different perks to make the intrinsic more effective, i.e. Thorn. They've changed Thorn so that now it's not just naturally a 2-tap, but you have to get the kill before it becomes a 2-tap. Regardless, if they do anything like that where they change this weapon's usability or its functions, I'd be really interested to see where they go with the Fourth Horseman, because traditionally it's kind of just a really hard-hitting arc shotgun that's full auto. Next up, we have this scene, which actually missed my attention a couple of times, and I think I've seen this a good 7 or 8 times now. I didn't notice this because it just looks like a Guardian carrying an orb and another Guardian shooting at things. However, I looked a little bit deeper into this Guardian's weapon, and it looks to be like a Last Perdition-esque weapon. It looks really similar to the Garden of Salvation weapons. However, it may be one of the Warmind specific weapons, kind of like we have Steel Feather Repeater, Martyr, and Patron in Season of Dawn. It could be one of those, or I could be completely wrong. This is again speculation. And again, scrolling over in that scene or panning over, we have another Guardian using a weapon that is blurry, but I also don't think we've seen it before. Most importantly, the biggest key to this Guardian is that he has a sword on his back. If you guys don't know, Season of the Worthy seems to be incredibly sword focused, considering the rumor going around right now is that sword that was in the image Bungie released on Twitter a couple of days back with the Trials announcement was supposed to actually be our artifact. At least that's what I've heard. It could be a usable item. We still don't have word on what the season pass looks like, so we don't know if it's going to be the exotic item like Ariana's Vow or the Symmetry, but I do think it is something to keep in mind that it is totally possible that there is something special that's going to happen with swords during this season, just because of the focus that Bungie is putting on them and auto rifles this upcoming season. Lastly up, it's not super important because we've kind of seen them before. I don't think we saw the sniper in the Trials preview, but it's going to show us little better detailed footage of the weapons from Trials. And again, what else is there to say? They look absolutely amazing. They look sexy. Bungie artwork team, shouts out to you guys. You make some beautiful looking stuff. Maybe a little bit of work on the shaders, but besides that, looks fantastic. Another thing that caught my attention was this strange looking auto rifle. I don't think I've ever seen this auto rifle in Destiny 2 before, but if you guys have seen it, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. It looks kind of like a new auto, and again, it could be one of the new Warmind weapons. I don't know if it is or isn't for sure yet, but it does look like something out of the ordinary for Destiny 2 right now. Maybe it's the Halfdan. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Halfdan to me. And after that clip, we get this absolutely beautiful clip of this Tommy gun exotic, I presume, absolutely shredding enemies. It looks nasty, and I really, really, really want to see what the intrinsic perk is. Maybe it's in the Destiny API. I'll check Light.gg. Side note, after that, I legit did check Light.gg, and it's not there yet, unfortunately, but I am very, very, very excited for this gun, and I hope it's great. Which I don't doubt it will be for some reason. So it looks like we're going back to the moon again in some capacity, and I just wanted to point this out because it's out of the ordinary. Again, there's a javelin on the moon. You know, just a little bit of fan service there. And yeah, from what I could tell, that's about it for this trailer. If you guys did see anything that's out of the ordinary that I might have missed, there were a couple of frames in there that things were just a little unclear for me, so I couldn't tell for sure. But if you guys did see anything that I missed, be sure to comment down below. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like or dislike. Be sure to join the Discord down below. It's completely free, I promise. And if you guys want to see me live, be sure to go to www.twitch.tv/Fpsplasma. I stream there pretty much daily, and I would love to see you guys there. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.